every young woman's life when she realizes she's met her soulmate. She realizes that she's met her other half, her perfect match, the person with whom she's going to spend the rest of her life. And that moment came for Mariana on a very special day. That moment came for Mariana on the day she met me. About 27 years ago to the day. Sorry about that. 27 years ago to the day, almost. And for those of you who know me, you know I've spent about the past 27 years not so excited about relinquishing this title to some dude. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jeanice, and I am Mariana's entirely too overprotective big sister. It's become less and less of a secret over the past years that I am, shall we say, the hardest of the Gantai to win over. So, thank you. I heard Chris say amen. So it should come as no surprise, as Chris well knows, it should come as no surprise that the first time I met Chris is a distinctly different day from the first day I actually liked Chris. And to be fair, there's always been a pretty good reason for me to be a little hesitant in allowing some dude to take my baby sister from me. That's right, I heard someone say, see, I will do that if you talk. You see, Mariana has always been the one to support me, to keep me in one piece, to keep me from being bored, to keep me from being happy. Or actually, to keep me happy. Sorry. She always keeps me happy. Mariana packs 2 suitcases for every trip we take because she knows that despite the fact that we have a black tie event or a day at the beach, I will have inevitably forgotten my heels or my dress or my bathing suit. Mariana doesn't order what she wants at a restaurant. She orders what she thinks I don't know that I want at that restaurant. Mariana was the baby who let me, her 4-year-old sister, crawl into her crib with her in the middle of the night and laugh just quietly enough so that Mom didn't come down and make me leave again. Mariana was my very first girlfriend who gossiped with me about the new kid who moved in next door who was so loud. Sorry, Johnny. Mariana was the grammar school girl who, when her teacher taught her that humans on average use 10% of their brains, she told him that she was sure, she was absolutely sure that her sister used much more than that. Mariana was the high school girl who stayed home on a Friday night when her entirely uncool college-age sister came to visit because she didn't want her sister to have to hang out alone. Mariana was a glamorous New York City girl who would show up and visit me in Ohio once a month with only a JetBlue ticket stub, a suitcase full of dirty laundry, and an empty wallet. Because evidently, laundry machines and money are still a novelty in New York City. And Mariana is the girl who left my side only once in our lives when we were out together. And that was when she met that dude, Chris. Well, actually, that is when she met Grams. Because it was Grams who had us at Key Pick, am I right? I soon discovered, well, maybe not soon discovered, eventually discovered, that Chris was not just some dude who I was trying to protect my baby sister from. Chris was a guy who will build a makeshift umbrella and walk me around in a rainstorm because he doesn't want my hair to get frizzy. It's a real problem. And Chris is a guy who, when I'm walking around my house, I walk into the kitchen and I hear him making up a little song. Jeanice is my sister and I love her. I won't get into the other songs I've overheard him sing, but it goes something along the lines of Mariana's pet name. Teach me how to schnooky. Chris is the guy who would do absolutely anything for my little sister. So before I realized it, before I could stop myself, I found that not only was that dude growing on me, but it actually gotten to the point when we were at family gatherings and Chris wasn't there, I felt like someone was missing. Our family was incomplete without him, and Chris had become the brother I never knew I needed or wanted. Chris is the guy who I don't even worry is taking my sister because he's part of my family now. He loves Mariana as much as I do, and he wants to see her be happy as much as I do. So my final words to my baby sister as I hand her off to my new brother. I'd like to share a bit from the musical Wicked. It is a dramatic understatement that Mariana does not share my affinity for musicals. However, the first time she saw Wicked, she told me that was the only musical that she actually liked. And I was thrilled, because I'm a big fan of musicals, but I was thrilled because that musical always reminds me of Mariana and I. It's a story about two girls who are both somewhat different, but they are united throughout their lives in their deep love and incredible respect for one another. And this has always embodied my relationship with my sister. But it's now come, as Chris has become my brother, it's now come to embody my relationship with this perfect couple with Mariana and Chris. So if I can share a little bit with you. I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I met you. Congratulations to our perfect couple. If we can all raise the glass. Congratulations, Mariana and Chris. I love you both.
How about a big hand for Jeanice, ladies and gentlemen?